Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another Tuesday night live stream. So, I know this is going to be a little heavy leaning into the Stationeers, especially for like a Tuesday, but we got very close this morning to having the system at least switching over to the new Atmo layout. So I kind of want to get that finished up. So the plan is to hopefully get the new system at least filling by the end of the night, which shouldn't be too long. I gotta run pipes over because I think I learned. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna pull the tanks. I'm gonna pull lines from the already sorted tanks and bring them over. But we'll see how that goes. So, welcome in, everyone. How are we all doing? And, well, who's ready to see things go wrong? Because I'm literally going from big tanks back down to small tanks, which means I also need to get my overflows set up. Actually, thinking on it, I might have been thinking of that completely wrong. Because back pressure regulation means that this... Okay, no, never mind. I got myself confused there for a moment. Because I want the pressure back here to then link into there, which is where that is. For some reason, for a second there, I was thinking I had these flipped. But no, that's all good. That is all good and set up. Okay. So... first things first, I need to get those set up. Which means I need my labeler. The system is designed to... Actually, how are we doing over here, first and foremost? You know what? I think I'm going to take that all the way to vacuum. Because by doing that... I kind of can't, though. Yeah, you're gonna freeze out again, aren't you? Yep, you are. I'm trying to get this tank to empty without freezing completely. And it's being a wee bit of a challenge. Actually, I might have it this time. Yeah, that should not freeze out. Good. Okay. Darkness with the 45 stream streak. So, no, not that. This. I think it's 1,000 kilopascals to 1 megapascal, right? I think.
Hydration critical.
I think I've got that right. Those pushing up to 5,000 should be good. And then this, I want it to push to there. Actually, technically... Actually, no. No. Because if that stops pulling in at 40... Now, I want that to go in there. Yeah, that should be all fine, set, ready to go. Okay. Eh. Cool. That's ready to go. That can come over here. Okay, so for this... How I want to do this is... Gonna let that go, because I just let that drain. Hey look, it's a sandstorm. We did kind of know one was coming. Okay, so let's see here. How many turbo pumps do I currently have? 1, 2... Do I really only have the 2 right now? Okay. So, we need... Because, like, Yes, I was oh, fuck, I need steel for turbo pumps. Okay. I don't have a lot of coal or iron stored up, so that's a bit of a ball ache right from the get-go. Yeah, okay.
Welcome to the wonderful world of classic background music, streaming to you live from Los Angeles, California. The music comes from our Seaberg 1000 background music system that was in popular use from the 1960s.
I kind of feel like I need to clean up the base, but I don't have the storage space.
Extensive and varied music library. Thanks for tuning in, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast.
Waste tank caution.
Okay, so first and foremost, actually I need to get the tanks moved before I can work on where I want to put the mixed gases, because the mixed gases are going to have a bunch of cooling stuff around them to hopefully help cool the fucking things down before we deal with trying to cool them in the system. That explains what was going on there. My systems were not actually firing properly at that current time. Okay. So we're going to want to go the route of getting I could actually drink the water now. Not that I can really eat. I mean, I do have like 11 potatoes left, but we're still far from being able to grow anything. after the storm is done, oh, it must have been just the way the light was flickering. How am I gonna do that if I can't print turbos? Regular pumps are gonna take too long. But they are an option. I'm looking at essentially just getting them. Yeah, be a cheaper way. I don't necessarily need speed, and once I get everything moved and set up, I can bring the turbos over that are already in use. Yeah, you know what?
Health low.
We'll make some regular pumps. It is going to be so much extra power storage for them. But I am tempted. Actually, I might just give... yeah, let's give Atmospherics its own array. Atmospherics is going to have a battery bank. And, well, it's going to be quite the battery bank. Actually, you know what? No, we're not going to start with... I already know the system doesn't have much of those in them. So... and still runs out of power. I hate how I can't really argue with darkness, because I can still see it running out of power. But, that being said, it should have enough power available to it that it won't run out of power any words will not run out of power in any amount of the imagination of quick. I also just realized I put those in the wrong spot completely. Guess I was essentially gonna do something like this. That way the pump would pull past the filters, or past the Yeah. You know what I'm trying to say. Pull past the radiator so it helps the gases cool.
Hunger caution.
Oh yeah, in Darkness, I went back to see which one Nev watched for Stationeers. He literally watched the short that starts out by saying, "You need a university physics degree for this game." True. You can technically have an infinite number of batteries and still run out of power. This is a true statement. However, if you don't notice the fact that you're running out of power before your batteries are all dead, you done did it to yourself. Right now it can go there. What are you doing? Going to bed? Okay. Okay, cables. Once I figure out how one gets wired up, then the rest will be easy. I said you, not me. I've been noticing the power issues, thank you, Darkness. Even I don't always notice them off as the lights turning off and on.
Health critical.
That's not gonna work. pretty sure I'm gonna need to do that and that. Yeah, I'm gonna go through a lot of resources here. As if that was already too, like, full coiled, basically, of heavy watt. That's not good. Gold and copper. How much of that do I have? I should be good for a bit. I just need to go grab some more gold. Does gold's not the issue in this scenario? I just gotta cook some more.
Medic!
Hi, Viking. That's not gonna help my power system, but whatever. I need that page again.
Cognition critical.
Oh, I have it set to alloys. Okay. Too late for that medic. It's primarily due to the fact of right now I just don't have anything growing. And I can't get anything growing because of the base being as hot as it is. Throw my body off the roof. There we go. Hello, I'm sitting here playing Half-Life 2. Whoa. That's what, early 2000s? Like, that's... I think that's almost pushing Diablo 2 ages of old. Nice thing is, because this is all from the deep mine, there is no off-gassing of these ores. So it is just straight up, let them cook. Nice and clean. Okay, that one was good, Darkness.
Waste tank caution.
That's gonna take a minute. Well, we definitely got a lot of CO2 in the system. But that wasn't up for debate. Problem is, I still can't get that system to run. Actually, I might try something to get this running up better. But you know what? Means I think I am going to go the route of over fucking preparing the power grid for these sections. Because I am going to try to get them running at such efficiency that I'll actually see those goddamn bars move. Which also means that's already in the wrong spot. I'm already off to a great start on this project. I swear, if my atmospherics at this point runs into power issues, then the base has been out of power for way longer. And I'm aware this is gonna be asking for my base to have power issues for a bit while it charges these 6 batteries. But it'll be fine. I should then be able to just sprinkle feed the system. Yeah, that should work. How did I not put a pump back in there? That was weird. Okay, let's get the power running. So we can start getting the gases. In theory, that one should be there. And that one should be about there. Oh god, this poor base. When I connect this line, we're not gonna have power for a while. For right now, we're gonna run this cable from here. That looks about right to line up. Moment of truth. I'm not nervous, you're nervous. Wait, does that, oh god, okay, yeah, if I pull that there like I was going to, it's gonna blow the wire. If I connect to there... Shit, okay. Because batteries have an unlimited pass-through and pull. They will pull all the power at once. So if I connect that raw like that, we're just gonna hear a pop. So, I gotta have a transformer around here somewhere, right? Yeah, that'll work. Actually, it doesn't even need to have a battery in it. I just need it to limit the power pole. I thought that would limit it. Okay, I thought that would have limited the amount of power that would go through. Oh, good. It hasn't even charged. It didn't even charge the right battery. Oh well. Flashing light warning. We're good. Oh, goddamn. Yeah. It's a flaw in the sense of that's a very big system to charge. That is an idea. That is very much an idea. If I throw that nuclear in there, that's a load of power stored up in it. Yeah, probably. I mean, there's also no reason, Darkness, that I couldn't have just gone with the battery packs again. It's just the fact of I'm going to be pulling so much more power. Like, this little system here already pulls quite a bit. So, this in itself is also going to... Well, this is going to pull more. Because it's going to do what that does, plus manage the overflow. Weird, I thought I seen something off there.
On occasion, we thank our supporters like Southampton Dog, Eastern Long, where all of your trusted professional training and care needs are available in the SouthamptonDog.com. Thank you for listening to Seaberg 1000.
As if that battery's dead again.
Our station, check out our web store on the site. We also have an eBay store. Search Seaberg Music Library, Inc.
Yeah, the whole base is definitely in power issues. This should help the ball get rolling, though. As long as both of my batteries, like both of my airlock batteries don't die, I should be fine. So, the only way... Oh, what do you mean, creak, creak? This could be problematic for a bit. What do you mean you're charging? Oh, the electrical of this base is so scuffed. That should not be able to be charging right now. That should just be pulling power.
Hydration critical.
until that one's charged, apparently. Actually, you know what? What do you mean that one's getting no power now? What? Because it burnt out the line there. Okay, that's not gonna work the way I thought it was. But also, it's now working. You should only be letting vapor through. What? I'm confused. Whatever. Okay, so that must not actually work the way I was thinking it would, in the sense of slowly bringing the power down. It must just send. Which means the only way I could have done that properly is to have had a transformer in there. Fuck.
Waste tank caution. The thing is, Darkness, each one of those batteries is its own separate area.
It's not like here where I'm trying to make a big bank for the whole base. That is a bank for that branch. Fuck. That'll work. For all intents and purposes, that'll work right now. Because it was that or blow up the pipes. You know, with the way I've got that set up right now, that's not going to work out very well. I need a valve in here. Actually, I'll throw one in right there. Because the gas isn't staying up there where it needs to. So, the current, and yes, I do mean current, big battery in Stationeers is those tower ones. These are currently the biggest station batteries in the game. And I think even they store less, or they store more than the nuclear batteries, because those are the biggest handheld batteries. Two. And once you pick one of those up to move them, they lose their charge. You cannot move them with a charge. Right, valve. That's what I was coming here for.
Health low.
Like, I think when I did the numbers, they were the equivalent of like maybe 2.5 of the small batteries. There we go. That should get the pressure building up on this side. Technically, I guess if I wanted to do this right, I need to remove that as well. Hey, Nolan! I've seen you've been playing some Stationeers as well. Are you main branch or beta branch? Mind you, I think I've seen you playing on Titan, which is a modded map, so I feel like you're main. Oh. Is one of them the script one you were talking about? Okay, so if I'm going to plug in more batteries for that, I need to... Whatever. I really need to stop, like, flicking that. Turning off the airlock is not going to open the airlock. Don't. Oh, you're kidding me. That's just a little short on the iron. And I don't have any iron in here. Damn it. I mean, that's also fair, Nolan. I want to say it was something like it added C++ or something like that, or one of those languages for you to be able to write your code in with, and when it dropped it had very little info. I think it literally dropped last Thursday. Try to make this a little cleaner in here. Okay, that should be bringing that over there. I'm not gonna have the. I don't have the iron to. Yeah, I'm 1 gram short on the iron. Fuck it, I'm just gonna pull then the transformer on the ice crusher, because I'm not going to be using the ice crusher right now anytime soon until after this is built up anyways. The ice crusher doesn't have a transformer. I mean, that has a small battery in it. That's not a surprise. I feel like I threw transformers in here just to convert from large to small cables. Oh, gosh. This is a fucking mess. Thanks. Can you feel the love tonight? No, I fucking can't! My whole... Oh, no. My base is so out of power, both airlocks are out of power. Oh, for fuck's sakes. I'm literally locked out of my base right now. Well, technically I'm not. I can just hot swap a battery in for this one, but... Jesus. I don't think we were getting that bad off.
Air tank low.
Well, so... The problem is right here, Nolan, is I'm trying to... Before I deconstruct all of that system, bring everything that's sorted over here. Mind you, I guess if I only do that with the volatiles, the tank still shouldn't superheat. Because the volatiles are the only gas that can combust currently. mixed with oxidizer. And funny thing is, there's quite a few spots, like I think like right here going into the hydroponics, where I literally have a transformer at the start of the hydroponics line to then go into a bunch of APCs for each of the rooms to section them off for the scripts. Okay, can we let me in? Hey, I can get in the base now. Yeah, I just found that out. I thought they limited APCs limited it as well, until I slapped a nuclear battery in, and my wires went pop. Probably? My base is a mess right now, let's face it. I've literally gone up like 10 deaths since the tanks update because of this bloody heat. Oh, never mind. It's not that tank that's almost full. It's my oxygen tank's almost empty.
Air tank critical.
When did that get turned on? That hasn't helped my heat at all.
Cognition critical. Toxin critical.
What do you mean toxin critical? There shouldn't be anything in my suit. Another one for the body hole. There is no war in Ba Sing Se. There are no dead bodies on Mars. So yeah, if I go that route, I'd speed up the setup process by only pulling the volatiles back. Then I can start pulling all of that apart rather quickly. The issue then becomes... No, I don't really want to do that though either because of the fact of I need those gases accessible. At least that's starting to get down enough. That one's getting low. That one's... looks like it's slowly coming down. Yeah, it is. Okay, good. Oh. Because the thought is that when I took all the gases out of those tanks and ended up in the mixed tank, the volatiles ignited, but because I had like the equivalent of 6... No, I wasn't even up to 6 at that point. I just think there was enough heat bleed because I slowly did the tanks one by one. How I didn't end up with those tanks into the thousands of degrees, I don't know, but something at least jumped them up stupidly high. You know what? I need to just stop even worrying about trying to keep them accessible, because the longer that they sit, the more they will cool down. I just need to get them back there. And I think most of my filters here anyways are 15, 20, 12. That one's not a surprise that I can salvage those ones. I could get away with that volatile. Most of my heavies need to be replaced. So yeah, I think it's time that we just shut it down. Shut it down. Shut it all down. Yeah, it means that's gonna pull to vacuum. Yeah, that's all gonna pull to vacuum. Just that there, just probably massively increased the amount of power that I can store throughout the day. Because, well, atmospherics, she hungry. Turn Rex off. No. Really? babbling back there. I think once I get this done, I'm gonna be rerunning a lot of the mess of the base. Like redoing a lot of the piping and that. Okay, let's think here. Theoretically, I should be able to use... Yeah, with the way it's set up, I could just set one of the turbos to reverse and send the gas back. Problem is, that's dropping in pressure quite quickly. The issue in that becomes... if there's too little gas, it's kind of going to get lost. But if there's too much gas, it's going to take for no one.
Incoming raid.
Fuck it, I'm gonna yeet myself across the area. Also, Nev, with the raid, welcome in raiders. Is everybody ready for their daily dose of potassium? Because the monkeys are here. Yeah, that's only 13.5 megapascals of
Thank you for following.
CO2. It should be relatively safe. You know what? Time to do some stupid shit. Doo-da, doo-da. I hope I get away with it. Doo-da, doo-da, day. I will be safe as long as I go up. That's not how the system works anymore. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo! I'm used to the old system before the tank update. But welcome in, everyone. This is Stationeers, the smart game I keep trying to get Nev to check out. Can you hear the song of the pipes? Are you gonna be doing this glitch again? Where you're just gonna be singing at me with, even though you're fine? But how's everyone doing? Did Nev drown many times like he did in his base in Subnautica? Okay, so this... Gonna need our mixed gas tank. Which is what I just pulled. Which I guess... go around here? That should give me a bunch of room to do cooling and mixing other gases and that in the area. Subnautica hurt my... Nev, wait till you pick up Stationeers. The most valuable resource in Stationeers is not the resources you go out and gather, it's your brain.
Hi, this is Eric Singer, drummer for Kiss. Listen with me to Seaberg1000.com.
Like, it's gonna be glorious. And I also went back to see which short you looked at, Nev. And yeah, you went with the one that's like, Stationeers, you would need like a university degree for. I think in your DMs is the one where Buddy just forgot to turn something off and his base turned into a fireball. Okay, right. Here they groan, angry and full of gas. Okay, right, I don't even have half of these even wired up yet. Well, at least this makes it easier for me to go in and out. Yeah, okay. Maybe some of those groanings weren't the pipes glitching. Yeah, okay. I think that just needs to be turned off. It'll settle down. It'll be fine. What if I actually do... What pipes are angry now? Where did that go? Oh, seriously, where did that go? We have some problems. Where did that pipe go now? Hey, I needed that. Okay, it's just gone. Fuck. At least it's not flammable gases. Darkness would be too happy if it was flammable. Uh-huh. Sure you have, Meg.
Waste tank caution.
Okay, we should be fine again. Should be fine. Remember when I said this was going to be a long process? Full of fuck-ups? Really? The Symphony of the Pipes. Okay. Does anyone remember how long it took me to build all this to begin with? I'm now having to rebuild again. Well, if you did it right the first time, shut up. I'm aware. Honestly, I don't know why I still have the mining backpacks on me, but... Wrench. Drill. Hook that up there. Don't disassemble. I just need to have the
Waste tank critical.
pipes in my hand. Okay. And then I think it's the wires with the screwdriver? Yeah. And filter. And technically, wire. Damn it, I need to release my fart tank. Yes, right now, my base is a really big mess. Don't judge me.
Hydration critical.
Especially you, Nev. I seen you wash your base earlier. Oh god, it's gonna take a while to clean out this. Charging so hard right now. Of course you would be, Darkness. That's annoying, because that has gases in it now that I don't want in there, because those pipes popped. You know, that is both a blessing and a curse of the new tank system. When you take out a tank, it's not going to off-gas that everywhere. But, oh boy, are we going to blow more pipes. I might be able to get away with regular volume pumps. Okay, that is actually what color I'm supposed to be using off of that color code. Am I really out of... Really? Of all the pipe colors, I thought I would not be out of. Hey! That's where that pipe went. Now, where did I get the other one from? Oh, right, I picked it up inside. I might have to put turbo to that, but that's honestly what I'm thinking. Go as simple as that. Feed it back in on itself. And hopefully see number go down real fast. Oh, itchy eyeball. Then, okay, has this. Actually, in a sense, I don't even need to actually technically wait then anymore. So if I disassemble this in the right order, I can just push all that gas back pretty much instantly. Time to do some sketchy shit, doo-dah, doo-dah. Basically now, as long as the systems are connected, they're all one unit, so the gas shouldn't escape. Hey, Rex, remember what you were just saying about disassembling in the right order? Disconnecting the tank itself from the rest of the system is not the right order. No. We won't have a kaboom. This'll be fine, Darkness. Yeah, see? Perfectly fine. Which definitely means moving my gases just got a whole lot easier. There we go. Everything should be back here now. I do have to be a little careful here because this one could actually start freezing, but actually, when do volatiles freeze? Ah, we should be fine. They can't get that cold. At the side of the fact that they're kind of in that. No, they won't get cold enough. They shouldn't be able to get cold enough.
Filter low.
Oh, right. This fucking thing needs wiring on both sides. Where's it gonna be easiest to do that? Honestly, probably there. There we go. Oh, we're on day 2? That means I'm gonna die soon. I honestly probably want to change up how this code works. But we'll rehash that later.
Health low.
That's not going to work properly. I cannot have the analyzer on the other side of the pump. That's going to be measuring the cold gas temp. I need that over there for accurate numbers. Okay, so it was like that. Then turbo pump, which I got a regular pump in there. Okay. Hopefully that's the right one. There we go, that was a quick way to fix it. In theory, that should be low enough pressure that we still shouldn't have any gas back here. Good, yep, that's empty because there's some liquids. We've got it, guys! We're doing it! I don't think I am going to stay with that running low. Unless I run that high. That will be figured out as time goes. What I mean by that is how I'm bringing in my mixed gases to be sorted and then also sending out the pure gases for mixing purposes, which is what a lot of this space is actually going to be used for. There is a lot that's about to go into this system. Should be good to get another one put together. So we'll get the volatiles going. Or not the volatiles. Volatiles is what you just put together, genius. We'll get the pollutant going.
Hunger caution.
Because, yeah, there we go. This will all... Do I want to care that much about the amount of pollutant I have available? Kind of, yes. As weird as it may seem. Look, I know pollutant is stupid easy to get a hold of and everything, but I really don't want to use the insulated tanks for the mixed gases. Alright, now that I kind of realized that about the new gas system, or the new tank system, I can move through this so much faster. I don't know why I didn't think that would work. It would work like this before that, but well, I ain't a smart man. You know what? For right now, do I even really need to have that pump in there? By doing that, I should have this powered up though in case of overpressuring. Megapascals. Yeah, let's play it on the safe side. Would you stop singing? Why do I have the feeling I'm about to not have the stuff I need to make? Unless that's a battery there. No, that's a furnace kit. Yeah, I think I only had 5 already made from the old power system. No, those are all phase changers. Yeah, nope.
Waste tank caution.
Battery, oh, that calls for steel. And I think steel is the one thing I used up completely earlier. Yeah. And it's nighttime, which means mining expedition is not going to be the greatest idea. And well, I'm also gonna like pass out soon, so. I mean, I could lay the roads for some of the other systems. Honestly, yeah, I'm gonna die here so shortly. Come on, anytime now. There we go.
Cognition critical.
I repeat, we are in a bit of a death loop right now because of the temperatures.
Toxin critical.
But it's fine. We got this. Yeah, I could do something like pull the battery out of the trade center. Yeah, know what? Yeah, that's honestly a very valid point. Pull the transformer, pull the battery. Assuming I have... wait. That's why I don't have the inventory space. I got stuff where it doesn't need to be. Because I'm with the battery... With the transformer, I can also set the system to... only let so much power down. Yeah, that threw me off for a second there because that one's... yeah, the wires light ran a little different. Before I install that, let's go and install this. Now, we will not pop a single cable. But we can literally turn everything on. So right now, those batteries will charge, but they will not charge in a timely manner. They are going to charge the way that you should be actually charging your reusable batteries, or rechargeable batteries. They are going to trickle charge. Mind you, I think that depends on what kind of batteries they are. Come to think of it. Okay. Moment of truth here. That didn't jump it up as bad as I thought it was going to. Yeah, a little went into the overflow. That's not bad at all.
Thank you for listening to Seabird1000.com. To support our station, check out our web store on the site. We also have an eBay store. Search Seabird Music Library Inc.
Yeah, I don't know if that's necessarily what they intended, but this ability to quickly move gases like this is really nice. Shouldn't end up with a sandstorm anytime soon, but still, I don't like to push it. Which also means, with that tank rework, kabooms are actually less likely now that I've discovered this. They made Station here safer for me. The pipe should be fine. Analyze it there. Heater there. Pull up the rest of the transferring unit. Yeah, good thing I'm gonna pretty much redo a lot of that. I'm kind of curious. 18 on this side. Oh, right. The turbos also need access to both. Why can't I just have one that, a variant of it that, you know, can be access data and power from the same side? Is that too much to ask? I don't want to hear there's a mod for that, Nolan. This is not the time! Because that literally means I need to wrap this actually around here. And pretty much come in there like that. I have this strange feeling that's still not going to keep up. I was complaining about how I had to move stuff around, Nolan, to put a turbo pump in here to see if that would work better, because the turbo pump, I need the both ports of it, and there's no data and power port version of the, like, there's no both in one. We'll just move that over one. I have the strange feeling that no, I think it's gotta be that one there. I have the strange feeling that the regular pump isn't going to be fast enough for this system. I think that's going to have too much backup there. I think I am going to have to turbo it. But we'll see when we get that far. Well, this is just easier to walk. I think I can walk around this easier. It's flat. It's easy to walk on. I'm not necessarily doing a wall of pipes. right now. I must have taken that one back and put it inside. Let me in! Darkness, I think I need to print off some more pipes, don't you? Worst part is I probably will before the end. Oh right, I don't have the unit over here yet. That can be set to turbo pump. Okay. Sorry, player 3 popped in. And if you can't really hear the snoring behind me, well, Queen fell asleep a while ago. I also just kind of remembered it's past her bedtime, so... Really, Darkness? I need more heavy watt. probably actually didn't need to set that all up to be on heavy watt, but at this point, I might as well. Plus, I think it's more of the fact that that's just what I had on me at the time. Oh, dude. Just the base system alone is probably pulling close to 16. Yeah, I might have been able to get away with it, but... Okay, so that should be... good to go.
Waste tank caution.
And that should slowly start to... Right, I still needed a regular tank for back there. I think a full-size tank for back there. You know what? I'm probably gonna regret doing this, but let's vacuum the whole... I'm gonna redo even this. Let's face it, a lot of these systems need reworks, plus they could be laid out so much better.
Filter low.
What do you mean filter low?
Air tank critical.
Well, hopefully I can get this all put back together before that tank runs out. Do. Okay. So now, with all of that done like that, no. Grab that. Actually, that one really doesn't matter, because I'm just gonna, avoid those gases.
Hydration critical.
Boom, boom, boom. Hopefully, too, by having a smaller main storage amount, I will be allowing for temperature change to happen a little easier. And yet at the same time, I am insulating these tanks, so that might also bite me. I don't know. But either way, I should have less gas up front to need to cool, so would this be so ridiculous of me to do? Kind of. Am I gonna do it anyways? guess. That just means I just looped my whole system to run through my base. But in doing so, it should also start pulling heat with the water at the other side. Maybe? Wait, how does that hook up again? I want at this point. Do I even need that turbo pump there? Not really. Oh look, pretty red text. There we go. This base is going to be such a mess of the gas front right now. But that should be letting the heat bleed into the water. Which, funny enough, does seem to be cooling down faster than the heat is actually going over. Yeah, that looks like it's actually a little far. You. Okay, so now let's get all this wired up, shall we? I think this right here is a big part of the reason why you see a lot more stationers done in like YouTube videos than you do with streams. Don't get me wrong, you do still see some long form content. But like when you're building stuff like this, it's the same thing over and over. That's not the right one. Okay, let's get this quickly transferred over. Actually, I'm probably not going to be able to get this transferred over as quickly as I would like. I don't even have that actually plugged in fully. That's what I forgot.
Health low.
I mean, I could technically... No. As I say, I could probably technically get it running without the filter on it, but no, I need to get that firing. Because that's just going to make it easier to bring that over now. So if I bring that over now, then I can set up the chip completely. As much as it's going to need essentially a recoding for the new system, and will technically work for now. No, it's not that I needed. I needed the cables. I don't have the cables hooked up, so of course it's not going to show up yet. I was gonna say, you should be reading as complete vacuum, so I'm surprised you're turning on, but no. You should actually be pulling some of the gas. Oh, that's because, yeah. Ah, fuck.
Hunger
Why do
caution.
these things never fucking work for me properly? Oh. That is supposed to let liquid through. Why does that never fucking work? Yeah. Because I could store the liquid over top of the gas, or the gas over top of the liquid. And... I guess there is a point for your argument, but then also at the same time, if I condense it down to where I can essentially have it in these, say, 4 squares here, I blow a pipe, I'm okay. Where is it? Where's that pipe? Right? Where by having it long like this, I have more space for thermal release, And when a pipe blows, it's easier to find, I find. I'm not comfortable enough with compacting it. And with how that just went, those aren't going to work the way I want them to. Which makes me wonder how the fuck they worked in the first place for me. Because the system's essentially supposed to keep itself cool. But that is a problem for a different day.
Health critical.
I unfortunately do need to call it here, and I gotta get kids to bed, so I don't even really have time to do the end of stream explosion at this point, because I was trying to get that done. But I mean, hey, we got most of that up and running. Sadly, we already found a design flaw. But I mean, hey, better now than later when we start really putting pressure to the system, so I'll take it. And yeah. So I do apologize for not being able to do the whole blowing up the base at the end like we usually do. Hopefully you guys understand. I do gotta get kids to bed with Queen sleeping, so. But, guys, we will be back tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. EST, for, I'm not gonna lie, probably more stationeers just so I can get that done. Like I've said before, the morning stream has so much more time available to it. We do get a lot more done. I just wanted to try to hammer a bunch of that out as quickly as possible. But till then, guys, don't forget, like, subscribe, follow, push all the buttons, hell, join the Discord. If you haven't yet, we do stream on both Twitch and YouTube, so consider showing us some love on the other side. But we will see you next time. Bye bye.